when you were a little kid, how you come home from school and your mom or dad would inevitably ask, "So, what'd you learn today?"
Back in elementary school, those questions were always easy to answer because there was such a wide array of knowledge out there with which we were unfamiliar. I learned that George Washington was the first president, we could tell our parents, thereby convincing them that their private school tuition or public school tax dollars were going to good use. When you get to college, though, the answer to that question is usually much more complicated. I mean, today I learned that there are a number of different opinions regarding the ideal role of the World Bank in setting a fair trade agenda. Just doesn't sound quite as good as those solid, unimpeachable assertions about George Washington. Anyway, if you ask any given college student what they learned on any given day, an honest response is not necessarily going to be of an academic nature. If you ask a college kid what she learned that day, you naturally run the risk of giving a response along the lines of, "I learned not to chase tequila with Miller Lite," or "mix gin and wine," or, well, you get the point. Today, though, our friends and family members are assembled here to celebrate our graduation, and it makes sense we should let them know the fruits that our collegiate journey has borne. And so I'd like to take this opportunity to talk about a few of the things that many of us have learned here at K. We learned the absolute truth of the old adage that religion, money, and politics ought not to be discussed in civil discourse. And then we reveled in talking about them anyway because we also learned that a good debate beats civil discourse any day of the week. We learned that free coffee, somehow, can serve as an adequate substitute for a college library. We learned that no moral claim is unassailable. Here at K, we love to argue about anything and everything. You can tell somebody that killing puppies for sport is wrong, and somebody will inevitably ask you to support your assertion. We learned that splitting pants is not a very good idea, even on Monte Carlo night. We learned that spelling grammar, at long last, actually counts. We learned that the invincibility of youth is nothing but a mirage. May Stephanie Vibbert, Brandon Young, Jeffrey Andonian, Peter Schwinn, and all others who passed for their time rest in peace. We learned far more in foreign bars and streets and parks and homes, and on foreign buses and trains and airplanes than we ever did inside a study abroad classroom. We learned, thanks to the Detroit Pistons, that working together beats hubristic individualism every time. We also learned, thanks to the Detroit Pistons, that even the best among us make mistakes, and that even the most egregious errors can be forgiven. Joe Dumars, despite drafting Darko Milicic, still holds a special place in our heart. We learn a lot more, sometimes, from the post-class discussions in our dorms than from the class lectures themselves. We also learned, though, that sometimes that guy who's giving the class lecture is just plain smarter than us, as anything we've ever taken a class with Dr. Schmeichel or Latchley will attest to. We learned that sometimes you just have to take a break, no matter how overloaded you are with work. And we learned, finally, that fear and doubt regarding the future can never dissuade us from living our lives. We first stepped foot on this campus as college freshmen 4 years ago as the horrific specter of September 11th loomed large over America. We were our class forged in the fires of uncertainty, taking our first steps into a real world that has shifted before our very eyes. And yet a funny thing happened during our college careers. Even as we took an interest in the changing nature of our world, we continued to act, well, like college kids. We competed viciously on the athletic fields. We studied hard in the classroom. We played hard on the weekends. We learned that even in the face of horror, tragedy, and uncertainty, certain absolutes in life remain immutable. We grounded ourselves in faith, friends, and community, even as forces beyond our control shifted the world around us. In the end, learning at K took place both inside and outside the classroom. We learned in our dorm rooms, through debates in our campus newspaper, through our travails and extracurricular pursuits, through our relationships with one another. We may have come to Kalamazoo College for its educational reputation, but our education snuck up on us in places that we hardly expected. As we move forward,
Many of us will pursue further formal educational opportunities. Yet we have to always remember that educational potential manifests itself in every facet of our lives. Hegel said that we are learning animals, and that for the human being, it is impossible not to learn. As college graduates, we now must embrace this ever-present learning potential and apply our classroom knowledge to our less obviously pedagogical pursuits. The fruits of our K-college education will fully ripen if, and only if, we recognize and embrace our omnipresent learning potential. Thank you.
Thank you, Eli, for your thoughtful reflections. We appreciate that very much.